Hey everyone, I'm Jason, and this is your commentary on Genesis chapter 16. Abram's wife Sarah had never had any children by him, but she had a female servant from Egypt named Hagar. So she said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go and make love to my servant. Maybe I can have a family through her." It's most likely that she got Hagar when Abram went down to Egypt earlier. Abram agreed to what Sarah had said. After he had been living in Canaan for 10 years, his wife Sarah gave him her servant Hagar to be his wife. He made love to Hagar, and she became pregnant. When Hagar knew she was pregnant, she began to look down on the woman who owned her. Then Sarah said to Abram, "It's your fault that I'm suffering like this. I put my servant in your arms. Now that she knows she's pregnant, she looks down on me. May the Lord judge between you and me. May he decide which of us is right." So Hagar became pregnant with Abram's child. God never said that it was going to be Hagar. I think Abram was just waiting and then decided to take matters in his own hands, and that's actually going to cause a lot of problems later on for this family. "Your servant belongs to you," Abram said. "Do with her what you think is best." Then Sarah treated Hagar badly, so Hagar ran away from her. The angel of the Lord found Hagar near a spring of water in the desert. Now this is actually, I believe, it's a Christophany. So it's not just an angel. It's Jesus who came down earlier, not necessarily in human form, of course. We'll get in just a moment to why I think that is the case here. So the spring was beside the road to Shur. He said, "Hagar, you are the servant of Sarah. Where have you come from? Where are you going?" Remember, this is a common thing for God to ask. He knows the answers. He's asking the question to get them thinking about it. "I'm running away from my owner, Sarah," she answered. Then the angel of the Lord told her, "Go back to the woman who owns you. Obey her." The angel continued, "I will greatly increase the number of your children after you. You will have more of them than anyone can count." Now, this was very similar to the promise that was given to Abram about having more children than the dust and more children than the stars. The angel of the Lord also said to her, "You are now pregnant. You will have a son. You will name him Ishmael. That is because the Lord has heard about your suffering." And Ishmael does actually mean God hears. "He will be like a wild donkey. He will use his power against everyone, and everyone will be against him. He will not be friendly toward any of his relatives." She gave a name to the Lord who spoke to her. She called him, "You are the God who sees me." That's because she said, "I have now seen the one who sees me." This is what I was referring to. She's giving a name to the angel of the Lord, in this case saying, "You are the God who sees me." So she's calling the angel God, and the angel in this situation doesn't tell her, "No, don't do that." In other books in the Bible, when people misconstrue the angel for being God, the angels always quickly respond with, "No, I am not God. Do not serve me. Do not be afraid." And that's not the case this time. So, "I have now seen the one who sees me." That's why the well was named Beer Lahai Roi. It's still there between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar had a son by Abram, and Abram gave the name Ishmael to the son she had by him. Abraham was 86 years old when Hagar had Ishmael by him. Ishmael would later on become the father of all the Arabs. So God really did fulfill his promise to Hagar into Ishmael in this verse. Well, that's it for commentary on Genesis chapter 16. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.